Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. I can't get over Selena Gomez. I love it so much. This is why Trump won the election, because of irrational emotionalism on the left. Here's the thing about politics and policy. If you really care about a policy, then you have to get involved on a different level than after the fact, getting hysterical and emotional about things that are not, in fact, facts. They don't help your cause. They don't help your side. And it makes you look incredibly unstable. I watched this video of Selena Gomez and I was like, oh, please, someone just help her. She needs a well check right now because it wasn't even good acting. There's obviously so much going on with this woman. And believe me, I've just watched my entire neighborhood burn to the ground. People are very raw and very on edge right now. And, even the slightest thing can feel like a giant assault. But here's the problem with Selena Gomez. She's sitting crying about the children and her people, and she's so sorry, and I wish I could have done something. It's like, lady, they're not going to schools. They're not rounding up migrant children. They're not putting them on buses and taking them away from their families. That's what the cartels did with about 300 children that have now been lost inside this country. That was under the watch of the administration that you support or supported in the past tense. And it is because of this boo-hooing, and poor me, it just affects me so deeply. How do you think I feel about taxation every single day of the month? That's how I feel, but I don't sit around crying about it. I talk about it. I try and convince people to vote for other people who are going to lower or end taxation in this country. And that would help everybody. But what is she doing? Where was she when they lost track of all these kids and all of a sudden on every sort of salacious online site where you can traffic and buy kids, there was a proliferation of migrant children because there were victims by the tens of thousands who were brought into this country who were bought and sold essentially into sex slavery. Like, that should be more upsetting than, Kristi Noem is on an ICE raid in New York City and they rounded up a few Trento-Ragua rapists. Like, that's the kind of thing where you should go, oh, that's really good. Those are the people, the bad people we want out of the country so the rest of us can freely associate and, own businesses without worrying that they're going to be subjected to organized retail theft or, rape or being set on fire in the subway. Those are the kind of people you don't want in the country because guess what they do? They give everyone a bad name.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
And when you take those people out of society who shouldn't have been here in the first place, which is also a massive government failure, then things actually might be better for the people who've come to this country to work hard and have a better life, which for most of us, that is someone not too far removed in our family. For me, it's my mom. For a lot of people, it's their grandparents who came here for a better life. That's what makes America great. It really is. That is the unique thing about this country is people come from all over the world and they have one goal. But when your goal is to rape, assault, set people on fire, push them in front of subway tracks, rob old ladies and push them down in the middle of the street, there's not a lot of greatness in that. That's pretty bad. But the government has failed at vetting those people to make sure that, the rest of people who should be protected, like irrational squish monsters like Selena Gomez, she wants to protect the vulnerable, which I understand. But the people that she's protecting now, the ones that she's trying to save from Tom Homan, are the ones who are absolutely terrorizing cities. So she should be thankful. People should, and it doesn't mean that you have to be anti-immigration, but you should just be able to acknowledge that people who come to this country, who commit multiple crimes, commit felonies, murder people, take their stuff, they should not be in this country. They should not get a free pass because of people like Alvin Bragg and the people he appeals to, like Selena Gomez. They should be gone. If you want more immigration, I actually agree with what Tom Homan said. If you want a better immigration system, then elect better people to Congress because they make the laws. They have also abdicated their responsibility. So now we're living in environments where our collective brain rot is now just making fun of Selena Gomez because I know she someone in her family or in her circle saw that video and they were just like, oh, dear God, she's doing the crying thing again. And now people are going to see what we see all the time, that she's unhinged and she's unstable and she didn't care about the children in the first place. And she's really left herself open for the kind of personal attacks that starlets hate because they just want to be loved. They want to be like Blake Lively and everyone does my hair look fantastic. Yeah, but also when Laura Ingraham told LeBron James to shut up and dribble, people don't listen to celebrities because celebrities are, by and large, pretty dumb. And Selena Gomez is the poster child for idiocy this week. For that, I don't feel bad for her. Maybe start a charity where you go out and you look for people who've been trafficked and you help them before they get completely ground down into traumatic misery with unlivable lives. Maybe you start a charity that gets to them before their lives get to that point so you can save their life, like I'm saving the world. Or, Selena, just get a podcast. Maybe you already have one. I've never listened to it because now I have no interest in hearing anything that comes out of your lovely mouth. But I do like your cheer blush. This has been Kennedy Saves the World. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.